So when doing a band-resisted hip extension, all the same setup and execution techniques apply, but we'll go through them in a second. Take a band, start with one that's maybe about a ½ inch thick, and this hip extension I'm using has these like fancy hooks for bands, but not all of your machines are going to have that, and so I'm gonna pretend like I don't have that. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to place the band underneath the machine here, and underneath it here, and then I'm gonna get in like I normally would. Now, when getting in, remember you want these pads about 1 or 2 inches below your hip crease, and that's gonna be lower than where some of you have maybe used this before. And so I like to have this 1 or 2 inches below my hip crease so I can hip hinge without rounding my lower back. Now, there are several ways to utilize the band, and they're all fine. The first is to take the band and actually place it around your back and under your armpits like this, so that as you come up like this, that band adds some resistance, mostly at the top. And I'm fine with doing it that way. Some people really like it around the neck, right? It tends to hold better in this position. And frankly, it's not that uncomfortable. It's not as uncomfortable as it looks. But if that's not you and you don't like that, you can take the band in your hands and hold it on your chest, in your sternum here. And this is gonna work just fine. But if you find that you're going to need to add load to this exercise, you do want to put it behind your neck or behind your back so that you can use your hands to actually hold on to some weight. Now, if for some reason you can't throw the band underneath the machine, drag over a heavy dumbbell or something else that's heavy and just place it on top of the band here. I do this for a living. And anchor it down. This is a 95-pound dumbbell. It's going to hold just fine. And then again, you have all those same options if you want to place it behind your back or over the neck or hold it with 2 hands on the chest and going through the motion so you get the added resistance of the band towards the top of the movement. Now, if you're really strong at this exercise or you're getting stronger over time, I don't want you to keep moving to heavier and heavier bands. Once you're using a band that's about a ½ inch to 1 inch thick, that's all I want you to use in terms of band tension. And then I want you to progress by using additional free weights. And so here's what it would look like if you're using both the band and some free weight tension. You'll have to pick either behind the neck or behind the upper back. And then I like the neck, frankly, just for that exact reason. If you put it underneath, even if you put it in your armpit, sometimes it feels like it's gonna slip out. The neck, I know people get really nervous about stuff around the neck. It's really not that uncomfortable. And then you'll use your normal free weight tension, either with straight arms or arms across the chest to get the best of both forms of tension. Now, the band obviously makes the exercise a little bit harder at the top, where the glutes are primarily working, and that's what we're looking for.